The top 5 of my favorite artists. Okay, Bernini. He is a Baroque artist. Baroque, and how are you going to spell that? That's the style. B-A-R-O-Q-U-E. Baroque. Baroque. Has anyone ever heard of that word before? No? Yes? No? Okay. Baroque, it actually spans not just art, but it spans literature, it spans music, it spans a time period. So we say Baroque, it is Baroque art, but it also relates to literature and music. If you get to know music, it's very much a style of music as well. This style was started in Rome. It was started by the Catholic Church. They wanted to beautify Rome. Basically, why they wanted to do that, if your city is known as this most beautiful city, you have pilgrims or people come to you wanting to look at that stuff, wanting to spend money, give money to the church. So this was their main goal. Bernini was magnificent at it. He was very much a sculpture artist. This is called the Ecstasy of St. Teresa. I found this in a church in Rome when it was like a very, very large church, but it's in the very back, and you go up to it. I was kind of just in awe at the drama to this. And Baroque is all about drama. We can see here, I mean, just the folds in the sculpture are just immaculate. As well as he put a hole in the top of the ceiling to let light come down. So this isn't actually just a light or a light bulb, but it is actually a window. So it actually almost adds even more of a dramatic effect to this sculpture. Very beautiful piece. The reason why she's going like that, okay, she had like this pain in her side, and it was just excruciating pain for part of her life. And when she said it was an ecstasy, if you don't know what ecstasy means, it was like this pleasure in a way. She felt like an angel was stabbing her over and over so that she would rely on God. So that's the whole point of this, is to show almost this moment of pleasure and pain at the same time. So this is what the sculpture was about. Again, same thing, same moment. Can you see that fine line of pleasure and pain? Very difficult emotion to portray. Very beautifully done. This is the Vatican. This is basically, if you're Catholic, this is the biggest, basically the headquarters for the Pope. This is in Rome. It's called Vatican City. It's actually its own state. But this is St. Peter's. He actually designed the square that we're looking at. What is that right there? Obelisk, okay, from the Egyptians. Bernini designed this outside court area. We'll see another picture. And he designed, hey, let's grab the biggest obelisk that Rome has and put it there. And so he designed the court around that. He also helped finish the dome as well. Here is the courtyard and we're up on top of the dome here looking down. This is one of my photos. And so you can see there's actually tiny sculptures. He had 39 sculptors working underneath him to finish this. So there is a large, twice than life-size sculpture on each one of these. Pretty amazing feat when you go to it. It was also kind of difficult, the landscape of how to do it around the cities and how to bring people in. So it was a very, very important St. Peter's Square. And that's what I'm going to actually have, one of the things that you need to know. He designed St. Peter's Square. Designed St. Peter's Square. No, not this one. With my mind I did. So he designed St. Peter's Square. Very interesting design. No one had ever really used a circle in a straight area before. So very differently designed. It is a very large area. Also, when they have Mass, the Pope comes out here. I don't know if you've seen on like the news or something, whenever the Pope is speaking, all the crowds are filled in here. They're watching. He designed a ton of the sculptures inside of the Vatican. This is just one of them. Again, very dramatic. Very dramatic. This is his version of the David. His version of the David. We've seen the David getting ready for Goliath. We've seen him afterwards where he's cutting Goliath's head off. We never have seen him in action up till this point. He was the first sculptor to really show him in the motion in motion, I should say. Absolutely beautiful piece. I saw this, loved it. I actually used it, I don't know if I have. I use this in my piece. This is one of my pieces, Farm Boys that I call. Do you see how, same movement? I actually copy a lot of famous sculptors at the same time. So, very famous piece that I used in reference to that. But it is basically a different version of the David. This is the rape of, I can't remember. Rape of someone. It's basically a Greek myth or legend. And when I saw the sculpture, it was very beautiful. You could see all the muscles rippling and everything. But here's what astonished me when I came around. Remember, this is marble. Extremely hard to carve. Extremely hard to get the curves and get it smooth. I saw his hand, and it looked like it was pressing into the flesh of her. I mean, just to make hard marble look like that is crazy. I mean, I sat there for like 5 minutes, just, how did he do that? It's very impressive, very cool. Again, his name is Bernini. The main thing that I want you to know, too, he was the greatest Baroque sculptor. He was the greatest Baroque sculptor. Basically, if we had famous sculptors, it would go Donatello, Michelangelo, Bernini. Also, on top of that, if you guys can remember the term Renaissance man, he was hugely a Renaissance man. He was skilled in literature, math, science, architecture, drama. He made a lot of plays, or wrote a lot of plays. So very, very much a well-known figure at that time. Okay? So Bernini. Bernini. How are we going to remember Bernini? Did we get everything?
Not the time period.
Time period? Ooh, did I grab the wrong copy one? Time period is right around 1600, so 1650 I would put. You need to know, I don't know, which ones did I have here? Or did I copy?
St. Peter's Square and Great Square.
Okay. You're going to need to know heavily whether these are classical or romantic. So guess which one this is?
Romantic.
Raise your hand. We're just going to say it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. I happen to. Raise your hand if you think it's classical. Raise your hand if you think it's romantic. Okay? Romantic is all about drama and lighting. So this is going to be romantic. All of Baroque is very, very much a romantic style. Romantic. All about drama. Alright? So we're going to kind of follow the theme of Baroque here. Oops. So, alright, there we go. Alright. How are we going to remember this? This is the image I'm going to show you right here. Alright? I like to think of it as there's this really strong guy and this girl cheated on him. And he's very vicious, he's not very nice, and he has a pit that has a fire in it. And when you cheat on him, he likes to throw people down into that pit. And her name is Nini. And so how we remember this is Bernini! Okay? Bernini! Bernini. Or Bernini! Okay? Bernini. Baroque. And she owes him money, but she's Baroque. Okay? She owes him money, but she's Baroque. Alright, so hopefully that helps you remember. Don't turn. Alright.